This is a wild showdown. A battle between 100 bears, 100 tigers, and 100 elephants would be a chaotic and devastating spectacle, but let's break it down to understand who would likely emerge victorious in the end. The participants. Bears' strengths. Powerful and durable, with sharp claws and strong jaws. Bears are omnivorous, so they can hunt, forage, and adapt. Some species, like grizzly bears, can weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Weaknesses: relatively slower than tigers, not as agile. They may, they may struggle against groups of quicker predators or animals that can dodge their attacks. Combat style: bears fight with raw power and swipes of their claws. They rely on their size and strength to overpower enemies. Tigers. Strengths: extremely agile and fast. Tigers are solitary hunters and are experts at ambushing prey. They have strong jaws, razor sharp claws, and speed that can overwhelm foes quickly. Weaknesses: tigers are not used to fighting in groups, and they can be vulnerable if overwhelmed by sheer numbers. Combat style: tigers prefer to strike quickly, aiming for the throat, neck, or belly of their prey. They rely on stealth, speed, and precision. Elephants. Strengths: enormous size and strength. Males can weigh up to 14,000 pounds. They have tusks for goring and can trample anything in their path. Their thick skin is difficult to penetrate, and they have immense stamina. Weaknesses: elephants are not as fast as tigers or bears, and they lack the agility to chase or evade attacks. They could be vulnerable to attackers targeting their eyes or underbelly, though this is hard to achieve in combat. Combat style: elephants fight by charging, using their massive tusks and trampling opponents. They also have incredible stamina, so they can sustain a long fight. How the fight might go. 1. The initial clash. Tigers would likely target smaller and weaker animals first, such as attacking bears or elephants from the rear or underbelly. They'd aim to disrupt the ranks and weaken the opposition through quick strikes. Bears, being strong and capable of using claws and jaws, would take on tigers, but they may have a tough time dealing with the agility and speed of the tigers. However, sheer strength would allow them to fight back effectively. Elephants, while slow, are immense and could trample bears and tigers easily if they got close. Their tusks would be used to gore and fend off attackers. Number 2. Mid-battle. Tigers would probably continue to pick off weaker bears or injured elephants, using their speed and precision to their advantage. But with so many bears and elephants, their numbers might start to work against them. The tigers would likely get overwhelmed if they aren't quick to take out key opponents. Bears might focus on fighting tigers, using their sheer strength and claws to damage the smaller, faster cats. They would slowly wear down the tigers by brute force, but the tiger's speed could still make it a long battle. Elephants, being the largest and most durable, would likely start dominating the battlefield after their initial rampage. They would easily trample tigers and bears, though they might be at risk of getting overwhelmed by multiple tiger strikes if they are not careful. 3. Endgame. Tigers would eventually be worn down by the overwhelming force of the bears and elephants. They might inflict some damage with swift, well-placed attacks, but they would eventually run out of energy and be unable to fight off the much larger, stronger animals. Bears would likely have the stamina and brute strength to hold their ground, but once the elephants start charging and trampling, their chances decrease. While bears are powerful, elephants can deal lethal damage with one blow. Elephants, with their massive size, strength, and ability to trample, would likely come out on top. Their thick skin and tusks would protect them from most attacks, and their charges would mow down smaller animals like bears and tigers. Winner. Why elephants win? 1. Size and durability. No other animal in this scenario can withstand the sheer force of an elephant's charge. Tigers can't match their power, and bears can only fight for so long before they're overwhelmed. 2. Stamina. Elephants have incredible endurance. Even if it takes them time to trample or gore through the other animals, They can keep going longer than the other predators. 3. Tactics. While elephants may be slower, their intelligence allows them to coordinate and strategize, focusing on the most dangerous threats. Conclusion. In a large-scale fight, 100 elephants would likely trample, gore, and outlast the 100 bears and 100 tigers. The sheer size, strength, and stamina of the elephants give them the upper hand, and despite the tiger's speed and the bear's raw power, elephants would dominate in the end.